All right, so if you're an accounting pro and you've got your eyes on the US market, you are in the right place. Today, we're going to break down a program that's all about bridging that gap, between what you learned in school and the practical skills that American companies are actually looking for. And just so you know, we're focusing on the batch that kicks off February 23rd, 2026.
Okay, let's dive into this. How does it all work? Well, think of it as an 8-week transformation. It's a real sprint. For the first 6 weeks, we are going deep into the core curriculum. Then, and this is the best part, the last 2 weeks are all about hands-on, on-the-job training. That's where all the theory really clicks into place. The end goal? Super simple. You walk away from this completely career-ready.
So, really, this whole journey is designed to take that solid academic knowledge you already have and transform it into genuine professional confidence. It's all about getting you prepped for the unique challenges and nuances of the American accounting world. So, who exactly is this program built for?
This is for a pretty wide range of folks. Maybe you just graduated with your BCom or MCom, or maybe you're an MBA specializing in finance. We also see a lot of semi-qualified CAs and even professionals who are looking to make that pivot into U.S. accounting. The bottom line is, no matter your background, the goal is the same, to give you those specific, practical skills that U.S. companies are hungry for.
I love this quote because it just nails the entire philosophy here. It's not about memorizing stuff from a textbook, right? It's about empowerment. It's about getting you to a place where you can handle the entire accounting cycle, from the simple day-to-day stuff to the really tricky scenarios, and do it all on your own, with confidence. Okay, first things first. You can't build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation, and the same goes for your career. So this first part is all about building that rock-solid base. We're talking about mastering the absolute essentials of the U.S. business landscape and the accounting systems that make it all tick. So we kick things off with the big picture. You got to understand the U.S. business environment. It's got its own quirks, for sure. Then we get our hands dirty. We'll build a chart of accounts from scratch, which is basically the DNA of a company's finances. And of course, you'll master the fundamentals of QuickBooks, which is the tool you'll be living in every single day. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that it shows a huge professional advantage. We cover both QuickBooks Online and desktop. QBO is cloud-based, essential for today's remote work culture, but QBD is an absolute powerhouse for businesses with complex inventory. Knowing both makes you way more versatile and, honestly, way more marketable. All right, so the foundation is poured and set. Now it's time to start building the house. This next phase is all about developing those practical, hands-on skills you'll be using every single day in any accounting role. This is where the textbook theory meets on-the-job reality. We're talking about mastering the absolute lifeblood of accounting. Things like bank and credit card reconciliations, making sure all the numbers actually line up. You'll be preparing those key financial statements, the P&L, the balance sheet, that company leaders use to make huge decisions. Plus, we'll dive into the nitty-gritty of U.S. payroll and the accounts payable process, two areas where precision is absolutely non-negotiable. And this brilliantly illustrates the whole approach. The accounts payable workflow can seem complicated, but look how it's broken down into 4 clear, manageable steps. Get the bill, enter it, set the terms, review and pay. This kind of structured process is exactly how you build real confidence, and the confidence that goes with it. Let's be honest, U.S. payroll can feel like a total minefield. So many rules. But this program basically gives you the map. You'll learn how to classify workers, W-2 versus 1099, a huge distinction. You'll calculate liabilities and get comfortable with that whole web of federal and state tax forms. The whole point is to make sure you are 100% accurate and compliant right from day one. But we don't just stop at the basics. You don't want to just be good, you want to be great, right? So this program pushes you to that next level, preparing you to handle those sophisticated, complex situations that really define your value as a professional. This is where things get really interesting. We dive into things like recording royalty fees in a franchise model, properly applying accruals, managing loan amortization schedules, and navigating those tricky intercompany transactions. Honestly, these are the high-value skills that will really make you stand out. A perfect example is ASC 606. Now, don't let the name scare you. It's just the 5-step rulebook for how and when a company can officially recognize its revenue. In the U.S. market, understanding this isn't a nice-to-have, it's absolutely critical for compliance. Add the month-end close. It's like the grand finale of every single month in accounting, where the entire financial story comes together. You'll learn a systematic approach, using a checklist to perform reconciliations, make key adjustments, and compile a final financial package that's both complete and accurate. So you've done all this training, but how does it actually translate into a new career? Well, this final phase of the program is all about turning your new skills into tangible, real-world opportunities. It's time to launch. This is it, the moment of truth. The last 2 weeks are dedicated to on-the-job training, or OJT. In this supervised, practical environment, you'll take everything you've learned and apply it to real-world data and actual client scenarios. And you're not just watching from the sidelines, you'll be in the driver's seat. You'll perform live data entry to build up speed and accuracy, prepare demos with expert guidance, and even participate in peer reviews to sharpen your analytical skills. It all culminates in tackling realistic client simulations that get you ready for day one on the job. So, the crucial point is what happens at the very end. Of course, you receive a certificate of completion, but much more importantly, you'll be truly job-ready for full-cycle accounting. You'll know how to catch and correct common errors, and you'll gain eligibility for those all-important intern and trainee roles. Look, at the end of the day, this program offers a direct, structured path from learning to earning. It's designed to give you the tools, the knowledge, and the practical experience to confidently step into the world of U.S. accounting. The opportunities are out there. The only question left is, are you ready to build your future?